Man, some of y'all got too good of an imagination. But nevertheless, we all have an imagination. If you want to, you can close your eyes just however you like to imagine. If you got to close your eyes, that's fine, but I'm going to talk you through a scenario. So I want you to focus on it real hard. Amen. I want you to imagine that you're walking through a desert. And it's hot as can be. The sun is beating down on you and it's giving you a sunburn, and sweat is dripping down your face and burning your eyes. And the sweat's the only water that touches your lips. You're thirsty, so thirsty, and you've been traveling for days and days. And you're just about to give out, but you keep on traveling. You look to the left and you look to the right. You can look to the front and you can look to the back. And there are people everywhere. Thousands upon thousands of people are traveling with you. It's a sea of people traveling from one place to another. Finally, the sun begins to drop down in the desert land. And you begin to get some relief in the cool of the afternoon. As the sun drops, the stars come out. As the sky gets so black that the stars are like diamonds shining brightly in the sky. And finally you have some relief from the hot day. And it's time to stop and set up camp. So you lay out your sleeping bag and you set up your tent. And you're just ready to go to sleep. And you lay down as you finally have relief. And you begin to fall into a deep slumber. When all of a sudden you're awakened from a scream that come from the other side of the camp. All of a sudden you hear another scream a little bit closer, so you jump up and look around, and you're trying to see where these screams are coming from, and you see a woman running out of her tent with a baby in her arms. And then in that baby in her arms, you look at the baby's leg, and there's a viper attached to that leg, and the mother rips the vipers off of the baby and throws it to the ground. But just as she does that, another viper jumps up and strikes her in the leg. After a few moments, they lay there dead on the ground. And you look elsewhere and you see other vipers coming up, and people are screaming and following everywhere. They're falling down, and you don't know what to do. There's panic in the camp, and there are vipers everywhere. Finally, the leader of this large group prays to God, "What do I do?" You hear him praying, and God gives him an answer: to put a brazen serpent upon a pole and hold it up, and those that would look to it would be healed. You get struck by this viper, and you run up to the pole, and you look up, and all of a sudden all the symptoms go away, and you're healed. People are coming from everywhere to get to this brazen serpent, because they know that's the only answer for them to look up and see that, and they'd be healed. But there are people way, way, way back, miles away from the brazen serpent. They're having a hard time getting there, and so people are laying down and dying everywhere. But thank goodness you were close enough to just simply look up, and everything was okay. Amen. You can open your eyes. Some of you probably caught on to what I was describing here. That was the children of Israel being brought out of bondage. And they set up camp, and vipers come upon the camp and begin to kill them. And the only answer was to look upon the brazen serpent, and everything would be okay. Problem is that there was people so far away that it was hard for them to make it. And so people had to go and help them, put them in carts and get them there, because that was the only way they were going to live. Well, there was only one answer. And today there is only one answer. You've got to look to the cross or be lost. There's only one answer. Because there are vipers that have snuck into the camp, and they have struck people everywhere, and they are dying from all kinds of things. The wages of sin is death, and people are dying by the thousands every day in the United States. And the only answer is Jesus Christ. There are people with diseases that won't get a cure from a doctor. The only cure for their life is Jesus Christ. There's an answer in the camp. Though sin is struck and the devil is waging war, I want you to know there is an answer in this church tonight. Last night we battled spiritual warfare and we succeeded and had victory. But every night the devil's going to come against revival because he's in the camp. But I want you to know that every night he comes, there is an answer if you'd only look up. Don't look at me and don't look beside you, but look to Jesus, because that's where the strength is going to come from.